YouTube, this is Farmall 51 here, and what I am doing now, I am on the 49C project here, and we had to, I know you probably can't see it, but that center hole there, an aluminum piece here, see if I can point it out here, that center hole right there, we had to drill it out, and there was no broken off bolt. The threads were stripped out, and it's a common problem with these tractors here. Is this center piece, as you can see, is an aluminum block, little strip here, and these three holes are often stripped out because people just, they think like the cast bolts here, they over tighten them and they strip them out. So these two on the ends were fine. This one here was stripped out, and the one on the other one was stripped out in the center. So what I do, let's see, I can't find none of my stuff here. I used a Heli Coil, and we put a Heli Coil in it. We drilled it out, and it was 2164 drill bit, and we put like I said, we put the Heli Coil in there and got that in there, and that's all tight, nice and tight, and in there, as you can see, the bottom end, the crank there of the engine, and the Farmall 1949 Farmall pulling tractor. So anyway, and I'd like to show you something that I do, and I've done it on all my tractors, and I've saved quite a bit of money over the years. I make my own gaskets, and like I said, I go and buy the, this comes from Tractor Supply, and it was the I think it's the county line gasket material, and this here is the, let's see, this is the 1/8 inch thick. This is the thick gasket material. They have thin, and I've got some of that, and there's my tap and die set I usually over there. But what I do is, it's gonna be hard to film this, and I'll film it in parts. But what I do is I roll it out and let it flatten out good, and then I'll lay the piece on it. And I'll take a marker, pen or something, and I'll draw the outline. And I usually put it here on the edge so I can save as much gasket material as I can, which is hard to do when you have this, oval-shaped oil pan gasket. And like I say, I have to bump it up just as close as I can get it. And that way I don't, cut out the center. And you can actually, you can use part of this for, fuel bowl gasket and other things like that. You can use it for, and I save it, and then here's some that I've saved before. What I'll do is I'll take it and I'll take a marker and mark around, and then I'll take my scissors and cut it out. After cutting it out, I try to save an old gasket or something to use, but after I cut it out, I'll measure the center. I'll measure the portion here, the lip, I guess, and make me a mark on the inside of the gasket, and I'll cut that out, and then I'll trim it as I'll test fit it, and I'll trim it. But I'm gonna make the holes. Let's see, this is an old kit I got from somebody. As you can see, this thing won't focus. Try not to. But I use this punch set here. This is a hole punch, and you'll take this piece, slide this on the end here, and then you take it, and what I usually do is I'll take a NECA marker and mark a hole, and you set this up here like this, and I'll go ahead and punch it for you. After I punch it, usually you roll it out. There you have a perfectly punched hole. In your gasket. And then that way, I forgot where I got these. I think they were Sears or something is where I got these, and it has all the sizes everywhere from 1/4, 5/16, 3/8 on up to an inch. Like I say, and they're sharp on the end, so. And like I say, you just put it down and hit it with a hammer and do it on a piece of wood. That way it'll save the end of the piece there, so it doesn't round it off to where it won't cut anymore. But It works great on the thin gray gasket. It works great on the thick cork gasket, the thin cork gasket, paper material, anything you need to cut a gasket for. So, but that's the process I use. Like I said, I make my valve cover gaskets, my wool pan gaskets, just about any gasket except your head gaskets, which those I buy. And like I said, I made my water pump gaskets, carburetor gaskets, just about everything. Takes a little time, but you figure 6 to 10 to 15. Well, most of the time when you buy these gasket, you have to have one gasket. They won't sell it to you unless it's in a kit. Unless you go to Case IH and pay about what the kit costs to get an individual gasket. I think I've probably saved hundreds of dollars over the years by making my own. And if I have to buy a head gasket, I'll go to Case IH or Steiner's or somebody like that, or DeFore Tractor Parts and buy a head gasket. And my manifold gaskets. Those you have to buy because the way they're made. I have not found that type of material to cut out yet to make my own on those. And something as precise as a head gasket, you'll probably want to let a machine cut that out for you instead of you. If you're off a little bit, or if you don't have quite a straight line, it's not going to hurt on the oil pan here as much as it would a head gasket and cause you to leak and have problems later on. So, but that's that. And thanks for watching. And I'll have to next time I make another gasket, I'll set up the camera on a tripod where I can show you the complete process. But thanks for watching.